When God turns your pain into purpose, what if the very thing that hurt you is the thing God will use to elevate you? Your pain is not wasted. God never allows a wound without preparing a purpose. Every person who has ever walked with God has gone through seasons that felt unfair, painful, confusing, or crushing. But here's the truth: God doesn't just heal your pain, He transforms it. He turns what the enemy meant for evil into something that becomes your strength, your ministry, your story, your testimony. You may feel broken right now, but God is building something in you that will outlast the pain. God never wastes your wounds. Think about Joseph. Betrayed by his brothers, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, wrongfully imprisoned, pain on pain, loss on loss, disappointment after disappointment. But when the story was complete, Joseph looked at the very people who hurt him and said, "You meant it for evil, but God meant it for good." What does that tell you? Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every season of suffering, God was weaving it together into a larger plan. You may not see it yet, you may not understand it yet, but your pain is part of a blueprint God is still writing. God doesn't waste your wounds, He works through them. Pain produces strength you don't know you need. Pain stretches you. Pain matures you. Pain sharpens your spiritual senses. It's in the painful seasons that God teaches you perseverance, compassion, discernment, and resilience. Some of the strongest people didn't become strong in comfort. They became strong in the fire, and you're the same. There's a strength being built in you through what you've survived, a strength you'll need for the next season, the next calling, the next assignment. God is preparing you for something that requires the version of you pain is shaping. Your pain becomes someone else's healing. This is the part we don't always expect. What almost broke you becomes the very thing God uses to help others. If you've been abandoned, you can comfort the abandoned. If you've survived depression, you can speak life to those struggling. If you've healed from heartbreak, you can guide those walking through it. God turns your story into medicine for someone else. The enemy hoped your pain would silence you, but God plans to use that same pain to give someone else hope. Your wounds become wisdom. Your scars become strength. Your survival becomes someone else's sign that God still restores. Purpose often begins where pain tried to end you. Some of the greatest shifts in your life happen at the lowest moments. When Moses ran away from Egypt in fear, his purpose began. When David was hiding in caves, his calling was forming. When Elijah felt alone and exhausted, God whispered fresh direction. When Jesus hung on the cross, redemption was unfolding. Your breaking point is often God's turning point. So don't let pain convince you that God is finished. Very often pain is the doorway into the next chapter of your destiny. God is not done writing your story. God will redeem every tear. You may not see the purpose yet, but here's what you need to know: God is faithful. He redeems, He restores, He rebuilds, and He doesn't just return what you lost, He multiplies it. There will come a day when you'll look back and say, "I didn't understand it then, but now I see it. God was working the whole time." What hurt you will teach you. What broke you will build you. And what wounded you will one day empower you. You're not at the end, you're in transition. God is turning your pain into purpose. Hold on. Growth is happening. Strength is rising, and purpose is forming. Your story isn't over, it's just beginning. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who's hurting right now. And comment "turning pain into purpose" to declare your faith today.